In the talk that I heard you give, I was inspired by the impact of saying no but, no and, or yes and. Can you break that down
Sure.
for everyone listening so they understand the same knowledge that I have?
The earliest forms of improv comedy, not stand-up, but like where two people would get on stage and act out a story together, like in the middle of a play, just with no script. When they said yes and to each other, it worked, and it was funny, and people laughed, and it told a story. When they said no to each other, they might get a laugh initially, but then it just died. And so they developed this idea that we're always just going to say yes. So if I say, doctor, we have a problem, then you might say, you might want to say, I'm not a doctor, I'm a algebra teacher, because that's what you thought you were going to be when you walked out there.
Yeah.
But that kills the scene. So no matter what I say, you're going to say, yes, nurse, we do have a problem. We lost the patient. So you said yes, and now we have this whole story, and we've sort of implied that we're in a hospital. So now we know the who, what, when, where, why. We know all of it in 2 sentences. And so, again, patterns with human, like we want to know the story that's being told to us. And I always say this, you can't say yes to everything. Obviously, you're not going to say yes to things that are immoral, unethical, or stupid, or whatever.
Sure.
But we are wired to say no more than yes, and I like to challenge people that there are some things you can say yes to, and more importantly, really to say and, to add what you have to it. And to have meetings at your company that are yes and meetings where you can't say the word no for this meeting. This is a brainstorm meeting about a new product, or this is a meeting about our new marketing campaign. New initiatives are really great for yes and meetings.
Sure.
Because some people are just no but people, or more people are yes but people, which still means no.
Yeah.
Where you'll say something and they'll say, yeah, but, and then, yeah, but we tried that, or yeah, but we don't have the budget. Yeah, but I don't know if we have the manpower. None of that's really bad. It's just, they're trying to be careful. They're trying to be, or they're trying not to expend energy.
Yeah.
But a leader
extreme pessimists.
A leader needs to pull the yes out, because nothing. If we say yeah, but all day long, nothing will ever get done.
Yeah. And I saw that in the exercises that we did in that workshop too. And I've been surrounded by a lot of people who are those yes, but, and I would almost frame it as more of, yeah, but what you don't understand, that's the thing I've heard over and over and over again. When you've got a business owner on one side and then someone who has an entrepreneurial spirit who also owns that business on the other side, the two really clash when the business owner who's really acting out of fear and kind of holding on to what they have is, yeah, but we don't understand that this could happen and that could happen. Instead of that, yes, and we can build on top of this too. It's an easy way to say no to new ideas.
Yeah, and I think learning to play it out and then go back. I also spend time, I teach people to say, like, we're not going to make a decision right now. But let's say yes. So instead of, because what you might end up getting to the same place as the guy that said no, but you just don't have the experience. But when you walk it out on your own, you realize, oh yeah, maybe it won't work.
Yeah.
Now that I've walked it out. But if you are in an environment where you just constantly say no, everybody just basically becomes teenagers, right? You just want to prove that you know better and that dad doesn't know everything. So I think you got to let people, at some level, you have to let them make the mistakes you've already made, or they'll never learn. But at least let them do the thought process to see why you're saying no.
Sure.
Right? And the only way to do that is to say yes, ironically, right? You got to let them walk through what that, say things like, what would that look like? Okay, let's spend, you know what? Forget, we're not going to make a decision for the next 15 minutes. Let's spend the rest of this meeting just thinking about what that would look like if we did that. For real, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then just see, and you might be wrong. It might work,
It comes in with an open mind.
Yeah.
One, to have your mind changed.